castle sideways, and yes, the castle really is sideways, was under attack. A horde of armoured gnomes from the southlands of Snoozin by the Pond had come to claim the castle and the land of Squirrel Hell. The gnomes were fierce. The gnomes were many. The gnomes were noisy. If we translate that from gnome language, it means... Because, you know, it's more of a war cry than an actual word. Luckily for everyone in the castle, Perlin, the wizard and inventor, or wizenter, had recently installed an alarm system, a very noisy gargoyle that lived on top of the castle. She called it the Klaxon Goyle. The Klaxon Goyle spotted the oncoming gnomes and shouted,
"Oi, you lot! There's a bunch of gnomes coming! Watch out! Oi! You listening to me? Wake up, you lazy bunch! Cool blimey!"
A moment later, Knight Sir Louis was out of bed and ready for action. He could have stayed in his pyjamas if he'd wanted to, because they are also made of armour. He grabbed his magic sword, Dave. Full name, Senator Jibber Jabber Ticket Flicket Sprocket Wicket Dingle David, and jumped onto his brave robot horse, Clunkalot. They flew out to meet the gnomes in battle. The marauding gnomes saw Louis flying in. They raised their fishing rods and flicked them towards Louis.
Don't invaders usually use swords?
Or spears?
Yeah, but gnomes love a bit of fishing.
They're good at it too. Watch out, Louis.
Fishing lines and fishing hooks shot towards Louis. Oh, no! But he pulled on Clunkalot's reins, sending him into a spiral. They whirled round and round, and Louis swished and swooshed with his sword, slicing through the fishing lines. Then Clunky flew down in front of the gnomes, and Louis jumped down to face them. The leading gnome stood forward.
"Listen to me! I am General Gnomus," he said. "Give up your land to us, or we will take it from you."
I don't think so,
said Louis.
"You will so,"
said the general.
"And when we do, we will turn this land into a beautiful garden with flowers and ponds. Lots of ponds with fish, and beside the ponds there'll be lots of stone toadstools to sit on. So be afraid!"
That sounds quite nice,
said Louis.
We could do with someone to help us with the castle garden.
"Don't mock me,"
said the general.
"Though we would do a very good job of that. You have too many weeds here. Anyway, listen! Give up while you can. You don't stand a chance against us. There's loads of us, and only one of you."
Yes,
said Louis.
That's true, but I'm also 20 times bigger.
He's right, boss. He's massive. So what? That doesn't bother us,
said the general.
We'll still defeat you.
Also,
said Louis,
I'm not really alone.
He pointed upwards. Perlin was flying in on her double-headed dragon, Mac and Cheese, who were firing from both heads as they approached. Dragons had never made it to Snoozin by the Pond. As a result, gnomes thought dragons were just a fairy story. Until now, the gnomes, very sensibly, panicked.
"Around you fool! We'll all be toasted,"
wailed the general.
"Why don't you hide inside Clunkalot?"
suggested Louis. He pointed to his robot horse. A hatch opened on the side, and the gnomes ran in without a second thought. As the last one jumped inside, the hatch closed.
Gotcha,
said Louis to himself.
Louis will have to add another line to his achievements now.
Yeah, defeater of small angry gardeners.
Available on Audible. Knight Sir Louis and the Dreadful Damsel, and Knight Sir Louis and the Dragon of Doom, and Knight Sir Louis and the Sorcerer of Slime. Also available in paper format.